Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Season 3 opener of the HRC season, the 25th anniversary of the HPRL/HRC. I am your host on commentary, Eternal Dink, and we will be bringing you live race broadcast coverage of the Season 3 Daytona 500 here today. It is wonderful to be back with you guys, as this is the first full season affiliated with Halo Tracks. Make sure to check them out, halotracks.org. Join the Discord for all sorts of Halo racing events. Let's go through today's starting lineup at the historic Daytona International Speedway. Starting in row number 1, AX7 Nightmare 8, last season's champion, his second championship of his career, starting in first. Second, Popular on the outside. Third, the Super Speedway god himself, Zodiac Chaos 47. Fourth on the outside is the Venom Fallacy. Fifth is Nuked on the inside of row number 3. Colebug on his outside in 6th. Crazy Lucha 7th. Ghost 8th. Eternal Dink in 9th. Squeezoo 10th. Budrow in 11th. Bagwater in 12th. And rounding out the field in this 13-car field is Brundon, as we take the green flag at Daytona underway here at the Season 3 Daytona 500 as AX7 Nightmare, last season's champion, takes the green. And as you take a look at the field, we already have a car over in turn number 1. Budrow 77, he's over. He has been a super speedway god himself. He won last season's Daytona 500 in a photo finish. The season 1 of HRC Daytona 500 in a photo finish. He flips over there, and he is towards the back of the pack as AX7 Nightmare off to an early lead. Battle behind them, that's Popular and Zodiac Chaos. Popular been around for a long time in Halo racing. He has a storied history of oval racing back from his days in Adrenaline. He's currently running in second place in his first ever HPRL HRC race. He's in second, battling with Zodiac Chaos back here. 3 wide, look at this. This is Squeezoo on the team with Crazy Lucha, and over goes, it looks like Ghost. And it looks like that's going to bring out our first caution. Maybe we'll see if the stewards have called that. Ghost, another single car wreck, 2 single car wrecks off the rip here. And you can see the devastating effects as we get a no caution call of the draft here at Daytona International Speedway. Drafting, of course, is in Halo. It is a combination of different lag bubbles due to connections based on location, and some people are better equipped to draft with others. And right there, Ghost got the short end of the stick. He goes to the back of the pack. And Ghost, speaking of him, he has a rocky relationship with this track. He has been up in the front and has had the chance to win many a times here at Daytona, but has struggled and in fact lost that photo finish we mentioned earlier in Season 1 of HRC to Budrow on a last-second pass at the line. And an early, awesome start here at the Daytona International Speedway for race number 1. 13 cars, as mentioned. 80 laps here for the Daytona 500, and these cars screaming around, drafting upwards of 105 kilometers per hour. And a lot of people looking to make a statement early this season. In this season, there is teams as well, so there's a whole different dynamic brought to the forefront of this HRC season. We have Crazy Lucha heading his own team, AX7 Nightmare, Eternal Dink, all heading their own team, as well as Ghost. And right now, leading out in front is AX7 Nightmare, leading the charge for his team, looking to put on a win at the 500 after winning last season's championship. Him and rival Zodiac Chaos are up there 1-2 right now. Zodiac Chaos, of course, won the last Bristol Hour 19, but did not capture the title by 1 point, losing out to AX7 Nightmare. Looking around the track here, getting the scenic view, getting just a grasp of the scope of how large this track truly is. And you can see them battling now. Zodiac Chaos right there on the outside with Popular on the inside there in second. And then right on his quarter panel, that is Venom Fallacy all over the back of him, as well as a few other cars. That 5-car split away back here, though. It looks like it's Crazy Lucha, Nuked, Eternal Dink, and then the Venom Fallacy. Back there, Ghost off the pace with Budrow after both of them had a single car flip early. And looks like we're getting some green flag racing to start today's race at Daytona, which is a welcome surprise because normally it is crazy at the start of the race. We did have 2 single cars, but they have elected to not call the caution. This is right now a battle for 5th position. Colebug 3 wide, That's Crazy Lucha, and it looks like Nuked Ice Cream in his first start in the HRC. He's getting the drafting going as well. Here it is, Popular and Zodiac Chaos. This is the name of the game at the Super Speedways. Nightmare blocking, holding that middle line, but Popular and Zodiac Chaos, two experienced drivers and both really good at Super Speedways. They're right on his tail, looking to take that lead away from him as we get on through this race, about 10 laps into the Daytona 500. And like we said, this is the first full season the HRC has been incorporated. Oh, we got a car on the wall. That's Nuked Ice Cream into the wall, trying to draft there with it. It looked like Colebug or Squeezoo, and that might bring out a caution. We'll see. It's 3 wide for the lead up here. Almost a Nightmare trying to do everything he can to block Popular, and Zodiac trying to draft. Coming to the line, Zodiac Chaos still in second place. Popular third. No caution has come out. Nightmare maintains the lead. So your top 3 are Nightmare, Zodiac Chaos, and Popular. But this is the first ever full HT season in HRC history, as Budro and Ghost back here with nothing to lose, trying to draft up to the leaders. As you take a look there at the bottom of your screen, 105 going up and down kilometers per hour of Budro drafting with Ghost. The maximum speed on these mongooses in Halo reaches 95 kilometers per hour on a flat surface, so seeing these cars go over 100 is a risk that these cars will be willing to take with how much ground they can make up. Look at this, 4 wide back here for, it looks like 4th place. That's Nuked Ice Cream on the outside, who's caught all the way back up with Squeezoo and Venom Fallacy, and squeezed out there on the bottom is Colebug in that purple color scheme. So 3 wide for 4th place. Here they come on the outside as we got green flag pit stop starting here at Daytona. Nightmare, and it looked like Colebug into pit road. Excuse me, that is Popular and Nightmare into pit road. So the front row has come into pit row. Nightmare, of course, getting the pole bonus point, and who will get the halfway bonus point is another point of contention today. We'll keep a lookout for that, and it'll be important come playoff time. As we look at a battle up front, this is Squeezoo and Nuked Ice Cream, 2 underdogs in this 500 when it comes to some of the other titans of oval racing here. And they got to work around the super speedway, got himself Zodiac Chaos, as we have a caution out here. So caution has come out on the track. We did not catch where the incident occurred or who the incident was for. Looked like it involved cars in the back. Lucha's going to go around and get a checkpoint he had missed, but we are getting our first caution here at the Daytona 500. So a chance to breathe and a chance to get some more popcorn, because man, oh man, if this is an insight into anything that's going to come in this race, it is going to be an exciting 500. So buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We've had plenty of exciting 500s in HRC HPRL history, and it looks like we're certainly in for another one today. Zodiac Chaos leads the pack down the back straightaway. He's got, it looks like, Squeezoo on his bumper and Nuked Ice Cream in tow. As these cars go below that triangle, that'll be the ever-important choose triangle that these drivers will choose whether they are going inside or outside for the restart. We'll keep an eye on that today. Another thing to keep an eye on is the split line from the restart to the start-finish line. Drivers are not allowed to change lanes before the start-finish line. That will be a drive-through penalty if a driver does that today. Green or yellow flag pit stop starting here, and it looks like nearly everybody's going into pit road, and it does look like everyone's going except for one, and that is Nightmare, who stays out because he pitted under green. And look at this, full pit stops. Budger, a little struggle getting into his box. He's completely sideways. Popular, just a little splash and go. He pitted under the green flag. He'll be the first one off. Then it'll be Nuked, and then man, a mess of cars behind, but nearly everybody there went in for a yellow flag pit stop. No need to worry about track position right now early in this race. Less than a quarter of the way through, you cannot worry about where you are. Just worry about keeping your field strategy in check as we go to the choose line this time by, and we will restart this time by. So a good reminder as you see these drivers split inside, outside, and a few choosing inside, 3 insides in a row, and that moves people up if they choose the outside. So there is a strategy involved in this, and of course, you know, at Daytona, inside and outside might be a little less important, certainly when it comes to the drafting, and you know, the middle line is kind of the preferable one here in the corners. So But we'll keep an eye on that as the day continues. Here's the split line. You see the dashed black line. We'll see if anybody violates those rules as we go green flag, first restart of the race. And it looks like everybody kept above the line. No penalties there as we are back racing here at the Season 3 Daytona 500, and leading into turns number 1 and 2 is AX7 Nightmare, who's led nearly every lap of this thing so far, the Season 2 champion, the two-time HPRL HRC champion, and a 4-wide draft behind him. Look at that, Venom Fallacy pushed out of the way with Ghost. Here's Budro and Colebug, the drafting tandem of the century, and look, Nuked almost flipped over there, 5-wide drafting behind for 5th place. Unbelievable drafting here, and look, on on 2 wheels, pushed out is Colebug. And Colebug's into the cones. Colebug's into the rumble strips on the apron. Insane with Crazy Lucha. Colebug's wrecking, and it looked like Lucha saved it. We'll see if that brings out a caution. Brendan now hooks up with Budro, and Budro will go to the outside of Nuked Ice Cream here for 5th. For 6th, rather, 3-wide drafting. We'll see if that brought out a caution.
Lap complete.
And it looks like we will, yes, get a caution. 3-wide at the line. Budro involved in a crazy accident for him almost, but Colebug is the one who gets the short end of that stick and takes Crazy Lucha with him. So a new rule also instituted in the HRC this season. Any driver as the cause or involved in a caution, whereas the race pace is completely neutralized, they must go to the back of the pack regardless of where they cross the start-finish line. So with that being the case, Colebug and Crazy Lucha go towards the back, and these drivers are choosing whether they're going to pit or not here. Pit road is open, and it looks like Budro wrecking with nothing to lose. No reason not to fill up with fuel here. Nightmare looks as though he's going to go in as well, which could put somebody else new in the lead for the first time this race. Crazy Lucha going in as well on the bottom. It looks like Nightmare is actually going to stay out. So Budro, Lucha, and Colebug, 3 members of the Fuck Creed Motorsports team, who are really good at these super speedways and really very talented at drafting. That is their strong suit, and it looks like it's a team call to all 3 go in there. They all were struggling in the back. Not a good start to the race for them, but it is early. Of course, Colebug and Budro had that fantastic finish in Season 1 where they were able to draft up and pass Ghost at the line, and they're looking to replicate something like that today. A reminder for everybody, while we're under caution here, to go to the Halo Tracks website, halotracks.org, or Halo Tracks on YouTube. Join the Discord and participate in your HRC season race events today, as well as HT Draft, HTSX, HT Endurance, HTFM, and all other Halo Tracks related series. We'd love to have you out in the community. With that being said, getting ready to go back green here for this Season 3 Daytona 500. Green and yellow flag pit stops have been participated in, and Nightmare takes a green flag. Bad restart on the outside for Popular. Not what you normally see, and it looks like Venom Fallacy crosses the line. That's going to be a crossover penalty. That's a lane change by Venom Fallacy, and he's going to have to serve a drive-through penalty, and that was not what he was looking for there at the start of this race, but it happened early. Here's 4 wide for the lead, drafting past Nightmare, and there it is, the freight train past Nightmare. Zodiac Chaos squeeze you, and it looked like Popular made the move on Nightmare, and he's been freight trained the first time today, and now he's 3 wide with Nuked and Brundon for 4th place. And that, ladies and gentlemen, just goes to show you how quickly things change here in Daytona. Here at Daytona, Daytona is a totally different animal when it comes to passing and to strategy. I mean, it is completely dependent on your connection, your ability to draft, and your ability to maneuver blocking drivers. So 2nd place right now is where Nightmare is sitting, battling for 2nd. Zodiac Chaos, the winningest super speedway driver of all time in HRC, in a car on the wall. That is, I believe, Nuked Ice Cream. He's into the wall, completely spins around 360 degrees, and he will get back going, and that might bring out a yellow flag. I think there was a separate incident, so we'll see if that does. Here's Budro back doing what he does best, drafting with Crazy Lucha to the inside there of Eternal Dink. 3 wide as they battle through 3 and 4, and a car over in a save. That was Venom Fallacy. and the caution has come out. So caution did come out due to that wreck, and this is where we start seeing some crazy action. We're about a quarter of the way through the race, getting towards the halfway point. These drivers trying to posture themselves with their teammates and understand what kind of ability they have to get to the front if they need to in a jiffy. They need to be able to move up at a moment's notice here. And coming up with the halfway stage ending at checkpoint 81, these drivers will be vying for that first place position. The first place driver at the halfway point gets a bonus point, which goes towards their regular season total and their playoff total. So it is an important thing to win. You also get one for the pole. So we'll see what these drivers do to set themselves up for the halfway stage point, as Zodiac Chaos is going to lead the group down into pit road. It looks like almost everybody's going to go to pit road this time by. Squeezu looks like he's staying out. And it looks like one other car in the back there, two other cars maybe, two Black Flag Motorsports cars are going to stay out on the track with Squeezu. It looks like Eternal Dink and Venom Fallacy will stay out. Everybody else is going to be coming in. And let's see where everybody comes out of pit road here, pitting in and looking for a good pit stop here is Zodiac Chaos. He's struggled with pit stops in the past. And there is a trouble getting into their box right there. That's Budrow and Colebug colliding with each other. First one off pit road, it looks like it was Lucha, and then it looked like Popular Zodiac, and then Ghost, or Nightmare, excuse me. And that'll be the order coming off of pit road there, as Squeezu is on the front row with Eternal Dink in second, and third, Venom Fallacy. So Squeezu with a 2-car gap to his teammate Crazy Lucha in between his two Black Flag Motorsports cars, and we'll see where they can get around Squeezu if they can here at the halfway point almost of this 500 coming up. As the choose lane happens, Squeezu chooses the inside, Dink to the outside, and a lot of cars to the inside there and very few to the outside. And this is where we'll get our restart. Squeezu leading these cars to the green flag. Not very known for his oval racing prowess, but this is his first full entire season in the HRC, and he got better each race last season. He's looking to make a statement here at the Daytona 500 in a track that really anybody can win, as we get ready and take the green flag, and we are back underway here at Daytona. And it looked like Nuked made a crossover there before the start-finish line, and Nuked Ice Cream may have to serve a drive-thru as well, but on top sideways, that's Nightmare. He's over into multiple cars, and that might bring out a caution. Nightmare into Ghost, into Venom Fallacy. That might bring out a yellow as they race up front, 3 wide, drafting multiple areas on the track all the way up front. Eternal Dink, Venom Fallacy side by side for second, and then 3 wide behind them. Now it's just Popular and Zodiac as they race back to the line, and we stay green. So a wreck there does not turn into a caution, but we could see another wreck here very soon. The way these guys are driving, it is not like they are leaving anything to be desired. They are taking advantage of every opportunity on this track right now to make moves up towards the front. They know that this one bonus point is up for grabs at the halfway point, and they're getting there, and they have their cars filled with fuel right now. And Venom Fallacy currently sitting in second with Eternal Dink, Zodiac Chaos drafting behind, 3 wide. Look at this, 4 wide draft back here, and oh, Colebug gets the short end of the stick, and we got a car over, flipping down into turns 1 and 2. That looked like it was, I think, Nightmare, and another wreck happened on the backstretch, and that'll bring out a yellow for sure as they race back to the line here. It's going to be close. It's between Popular, Zodiac, and Squeezu who catches the wall. Popular and Zodiac race to the line, and it looks like Popular by an inch. So caution comes out here late in this first half of the race due to chaos in multiple areas on the track. A wreck from Colebug, a wreck from Nightmare, and that brings out a yellow flag. Now pacing here, it is a battle for positioning coming into pit road. Who will pit, who won't? It looks like we have a few pitters coming in, about 5 cars going into pit road. The remainder of the field will stay out. And Zodiac Chaos, as you saw squeezing there, had about a quarter of a tank left on fuel. So he's going to come into pit road there after getting pushed into the wall. Zodiac in as well. Nuked Ice Cream, AX7 Nightmare, and Eternal Dink will all come into pit road here. The rest of the cars will stay out. So far, a good start to the Daytona 500 for Zodiac Chaos. He's had a pretty good stint so far. He goes to the back here due to pitting, but other than that, he's looked pretty good, and he's going to be the second one off pit road. Just barely got second over Nightmare. Nuked Ice Cream, first one out. Eternal Dink in the back on the full tank of fuel. So coming to the end of the stage here, these cars will be vying for that one bonus point. Who will get it? Right now, the car in position is Popular. He is in first. Venom Fallacy second. Third is Bagwater. Haven't talked about him too much today, but he's having an awesome run up into the top three. Budrow into fourth, and then Crazy Lucha in fifth. That is your top five as they split at the shoes, and they will go this time by. So we'll keep an eye out once again for that split lane, because that could also ruin somebody's day if they have to serve a drive-through. Coming to the restart line here, and we are back. Green flag, Popular with a great start, and a great start next to him on the outside. Nobody switches lanes, and we are underway again in a draft already. They freight train him for second, and here comes Bagwater and Budrow in the second and third positions behind Popular. A draft back here. Brundon and Lucha going to try to catch back up to these top five cars, and they're going to try to go around the outside of Venom Fallacy, that white car in front. Oh, we got a car on two wheels, and it looks like it was saved. I couldn't quite tell who that was. Looked like it was it. It is Squeezoo and Eternal Dink back there. I think it was Eternal Dink who actually went up. But now three wide for the lead. Popular gets passed by Bagwater and Budrow with that draft. As we get ready to come to the halfway point here soon, they are vying for positions. Budrow in first, Bagwater close in second on his left side, and Popular in the black and pink scheme behind him in third. A battle between these cars. First, second, third, fourth, fifth through seventh, all very close to each other. The pack racing has been pretty good here today. It's really those odd incidents that really spreads the pack out like we just had there. And we'll see battling back down the back straightaway. You get the cinematic shot. See how awesome this track is. These drivers to race on. We had a slow car there. It looked like Nightmare, but he hangs on to it. He's still in the battle. Battle on the outside now. That is Zodiac Chaos and Nuke. They're going to draft here. Let's see if they can catch back up before the end of this stage. Zodiac Chaos and Nuked Ice Cream battling for position here with the draft. They're going to try to get around here. That looks like Ghost in front of them. Go to the inside. Room not given. Will they go to the outside? They're going to look. They got Brundon they can pick up as well, who's been a good drafter every time he's been in a race. And excuse me, I believe that is Nightmare, not Ghost. As into pit road goes one car that looked to be Venom Fallacy, maybe into pit road, trying to short the stint. So they're trying to see if they can get a full tank of fuel and be ahead of the pack under next caution. Three wide draft. Nuked Ice Cream left in the dust. What a, oh my goodness, the acceleration of those cars. It's three wide, two rows deep here at Daytona. Battle for the lead. Popular, Budrow and Bag up front. Then it is Nightmare, Zodiac, and Coalbug battling six cars all on top of each other, battling for position here at Daytona. An epic battle from these six cars here as they are coming towards the end of this halfway point. They're 6 laps away. It'll be 5 to go at the line until the halfway caution of the stage. Remember, the first one back to the checkered flag of the stage gets the bonus point as Bag and Budrow make the pass for the lead on Popular. 5 laps to go in the stage. Right now, Bagwater sitting in position to play spoiler. He's been up front all day. He's running a fantastic race. wide behind him, though, and it's Budrow and I believe Ghost, Zodiac, and Popular as they battle. It's 4 wide, trying to catch back up, and look at this, out of nowhere, Brundon and Nuked side by side with Colebug, 4 to go in the stage. 3 wide for the lead. Bagwater pushed out of the way, and to the front goes Popular again. Side by side for the lead, Bag and Popular, 4 wide back here. Brendan Nuked, Zodiac, Colebug, and Budrow in that teal paint scheme. Oh, Colebug on 2 wheels! He makes the save, though, and no, we got a car over. Brendan's over. That's a 1-car incident, but we stay green.
Lap complete.
The 1-car incident, 3 laps to go in the stage. Brundon gets the short end of the stick there. Colebug was able to make the save, but he's left out to dry right now unless one of those drivers drops back for him, and that's unlikely. 3 wide drafting behind the leaders. Zodiac, Budrow, and it looks like Ghost 3 wide behind Bag and Popular. 2 laps to go at the line. Bagwater, as you see, has probably about 10% of his tank left. He's just hoping he can get around. 2 to go. Left in the stage, coming to the white flag this time by. This is also the last lap that people can pit on. Remember, once the white flag is taken in either the end of the race or the end of the stage, there is no pitting allowed. So we'll see if anybody elects to do the longer term strategy or if they ride it out to the end. It's a 5-car pack up front, but 2 cars catching up very fast. That's Colebug and Nuked Ice Cream. 7-car battle, white flag in the stage. It's a 7-car battle for the 1 bonus point handed out at the stage break. Popular leads them into 1 and 2. Bagwater on the outside. Inside, it's Budrow. 3 wide behind them. Zodiac Chaos makes the move. 2 by 2 they go. 3 rows deep. Nuked and Colebug pushing on each other. 2 good drafters in this race. 3 wide with Zodiac Chaos. Where will they come at the line? Popular and Bagwater side by side, and it is Popular at the line. Popular by a nose, and Popular in a epic fashion will grab the stage win and bonus point. And the caution has come out, and that is good news to some of those drivers who pitted, and we will get yellow flag pit stops, ladies and gentlemen. Grab a drink and take a break for a moment. What a awesome first stage here at Daytona, and if the back half is any bit like the first half, we are going to have a great finish to this 500. What a race so far. I think some of the key points of this video to talk about and to point out right now is that the leader, Popular, has been up front nearly this entire race. I have not seen him towards the back. He has been up front even through pit cycles this entire race. This is just goes to his experience in the Halo racing community and the fact that he is a very experienced oval racer with his time in Adrenaline. Another noticeable driver up front is Bagwater. Budrow is noticeable, but he is always up front at super speedways due to his drafting ability. But Bagwater, in an amazing job right now, sitting in second place. Last season was his first season in the HRC and Halo racing in general. And oh no, as we were talking, Budrow's run out of field coming to pit. So Budrow, by trying to get that bonus point, has just cost himself 2 laps. He will go 2 laps down. He did not make it. He was about a quarter of the track away, and oh my goodness, disaster strikes for Budrow at the 500. Fortunately, though, for him, it is not the end of the world because you can get the laps back, but they're harder to get back now with the new lap rules. We'll see what happens, but halfway through this race, he's going to have to make up 2 laps now. He goes 2 laps down at Daytona. Unbelievable. We were just talking about him in relation to Bagwater being up there, and he is now going to go 2 laps down due to running out of fuel. And that is just part of the many different scenarios that can happen here in the HRC. This fuel mod is unforgiving to those who do not respect the strategy that comes with these races. And unfortunately, Budrow, going for that bonus point, left it all on the table and didn't get the bonus point. And more importantly, has now put himself 2 laps down. But there's still half of the race to go, so he's not out of this yet, so Budro fans can still hold on to hope. He has won this before. He can do it again. Coming to the green to bring us to the second half of the race. Venom Fallacy on the outside, Nightmare on the inside, green flag. And it looks like Venom Fallacy crossed over. Venom Fallacy looks like he's going to grab a lane switch penalty. So the stewards have given Venom Fallacy a drive-through penalty order. He crossed the dotted line in the middle, switched lanes, and that will give him a penalty. Unfortunate for him. He was up into second place and has now brought himself to the back of the pack. Still ahead of Budro, but he will have to serve a drive-through as Budro gets ready to leave his pit stall as a battle up front is ensuing. Nightmare and Popular, two really good speedway drivers, great oval racers, have been around forever, but they got cars coming behind them who want to make moves. 4 wide, Nuked Ice Cream on the outside, Venom Fallacy, Nuked, oh, he scrapes the wall, loses some time. So Nuked Ice Cream loses a bit of time by scraping the wall there, and here is, I believe, Eternal Dink, and now Venom Fallacy up front, wondering when he will serve his drive-through penalty. We'll keep an eye on it. There it is. He has served his drive-through penalty. And here's a battle. Coalbug 3 wide with Popular and Zodiac. These three guys are always in the mix of things. Popular's been up front all race. And now he's trying to get back up there after pitting. Zodiac Chaos backing out of that draft a little bit. He's not the biggest fan of drafting, and that has helped him and hurt him in the past. We'll see how it helps him today. 3 wide behind Nightmare. That's Eternal Dink in the middle. On the inside, that's Lucha and Squeezu, Lucha's teammate, on the outside. 3 wide behind them. Into corners number 1 and 2 they go, racing through the corners down the back straightaway, and this is an interesting battle for the lead here. Lucha to the bottom. Lucha looking to win his first 500. Can he do it today? He's got Nightmare on his outside. Coalbug on the inside of Eternal Dink. Where did he come from? 3 wide drafting. 3 wide for third place. Maybe make it 5 wide. Yep, 5 wide. Popular and Zodiac Chaos made it 5 wide for a moment. Now it's 4 wide and 3 wide behind the leaders. Look at this. 3 wide, 4 wide. Oh my goodness, we might go 7 wide. Unbelievable. 4 wide. Still pushing behind Nightmare. Oh, a car. That's Brundon. He saves it though. Great save by Brundon. 3 wide for the lead. Popular on the outside with, it looks like, Coalbug on Nightmare. Zodiac to the inside with Lucha. 4 and 5 wide for the lead with the lap car. Budro ahead. Budro the lap car. Oh, we got a car on the wall. Coalbug shoved into the wall there by Popular on accident trying to draft. I think that will keep us green though. No caution called there. Budro battling to try to stay 2 laps down.
Lap complete.
And Nightmare passes him, and Zodiac's in second. Third, Lucha. And that is your current order in the Daytona 500. Nightmare and Zodiac, 2 longtime rivals and racers in this series specifically, and they are up towards the front battling 1 and 2. Nightmare, Zodiac, 1-2. Budro in tow with Lucha in 4th. And right now, look at this, 4 wide draft. Coalbug says, I'm coming back to the front. He's got Popular and Squeezu on top. And Squeezu is over, but makes the save. What a save by Squeezu. Unbelievable. Almost flipped, but he made the save to keep us green. And now it's Coalbug forcing it 5 wide. Oh, we got a car over. It's Budro. Budro's over. I think that might bring out a yellow as they race to the line. Nightmare looked like he got it, and we'll see he did. Nightmare got him at the line, and wow, what a race so far. Unbelievable. You can see the tempo change from the first half to the second half of the race. Granted, there wasn't a huge tempo change because it's been crazy all race, but these drivers are certainly racing with less provisions than they did in the first stage. So Budro, being the only car lap down here, He's 2 laps down, but being the only car a lap down, he is able to get 1 lap back, part of the new rules package for this season. Only the first car a lap down will be able to get a lap back, or a driver may take a wave around if he does not pit and every lead lap car does. Budra being 2 laps down and the only car a lap down, meaning he can get 1 lap back as we look to pit here, and it looks like everybody but 3 are going to pit. That includes your leaders, Nightmare, Zodiac, and Ghost. So interesting here what we're going to see. These pit stops later in the race, I should say, are make or break, honestly. And this is where your season can be won and lost. On a track like Daytona, it's a bit more forgiving because drafting plays a big role, but we'll see where these drivers are able to come out, as into pit road is nearly every driver.
Lap complete.
And right now they are off pit road. Nightmare in first, second is Nuke's Ice Cream off of pit road, then Ghost in third, Eternal Dink, Lucha, and then Zodiac Chaos after pitting. So interesting there. These drivers electing to pit, and that has switched up the order just a little bit. Colebug is into first. Second is Popular. Once again, these guys are just immune to being literally anywhere but the front. Colebug, a fantastic drafter. He's been around since HRC Season 1, and Popular been around for over a decade. He's up towards the front. 2 first cars choose the inside. The 2 next cars choose the outside. So it'll be Popular and Colebug on the inside, Venom and Nightmare on the outside. The first 2 rows to restart the 500 here. So after a wreck brings out a caution and a pit stop, we will get back underway. Keep an eye on those lane changes. They could dictate the outcome of your race if you have to serve a drive-through penalty. So we'll see if people can keep it clean here as we enter the tri-oval. And green flag in the air. Colebug with a great start. Colebug jumps out to an early lead, but sometimes that is a bad omen because here at Daytona, these drivers get more antsy to draft as they see a larger gap. So with that big gap, you can see some drafting coming up here, and that is exactly what's going on. Brundon looking to hook up with a few cars. 2 by 2 they go into 3 and 4. Colebug out to the lead. And with Colebug out to the lead right now, Squeezoo's 3 wide in the back here with Bagwater and Budra, who have had fantastic races so far. Budra with the unfortunate fuel situation. He's trying to work his way back into this. He's 1 lap down now, 4 wide in the back of the pack here. That looks like Zodiac Chaos drafting with Lucha to try to catch back up to the leaders as these top 3 cars are spread out. And here come some drafters. Eternal Dink, Venom, Fallacy, looks like Nightmare, Brundon, and Nuke. So the 3 Black Flag Motorsports cars in the white schemes are right in the thick of it, and they got Nightmare pushing. Here comes Nightmare to the inside of Eternal Dink. A car on the hood. That's Brundon. Can he hang on to it? And oh my goodness, they make it through turns 1 and 2 without flipping somehow, and Brundon and Nightmare will continue to draft up to the front. Up to the front they go. Here comes Nightmare and Brundon making a push for the lead. Second place is Popular. He's going to try to join this draft. Or maybe just let them go by and see if he can capitalize on them battling. Colebug in the lead. Look at this. A car on the hood. It's Budro. Man, this guy is always in the chaos as Bagwater almost wrecks there. But Budro is literally, if not involved in every wreck, he is somehow always making the highlight reel of every wreck. So Budro, once again, playing with fire on the hood of another car and makes the save. So we stay green, but Nightmare battling 3 wide for the lead. Brundon, Nightmare, and Colebug. Brundon getting to lead some laps here at the Season 3 Daytona 500, and he's lucky to be up there right now because some of these drafts have ended so poorly for some of these drivers, and he perfected it there, got all the way up to the front. They were 10 seconds back and drafted to the front. He takes the lead. Not to mention the fact that Brundon was so close to winning Season 2's Daytona 500, but unfortunately came up short, ran out of fuel going into turn 3 on the final lap. Kolbug was last season's winner, as Kolbug into pit road, speaking of which. Green flag stops here, looking to try to maybe get to the end of the race on this tank of fuel. I'm not sure if he can, but drivers are starting to pit to say we are going to make it to the end on this tank, and this is a draft here between Venom, Squeezu, and Zodiac Chaos to catch up, with a draft behind them in the back. That's Bagwater drafting with somebody, it looks like, as cars enter pit road.
Lap complete.
Another solo pitter, that's Popular. Popular into pit road, looking to get to the end of the race on that tank of fuel. These drivers taking what they think will be their final stop of the race. Zodiac riding on the top of Venom Fallacy, and just somehow keeps it saved. And 4 wide, look at this. Budrow, Bagwater, Lucha, Nuked. Oh my goodness! Bagwater riding on top of Nuked, Budrow on top of Nuked, Lucha on the bottom. How are they keeping it green? What a job by these drivers to not only gain time but not to wreck. Bagwater in a precarious spot. Filters back in there and stays good as Lucha on that bottom hits those rumble strips, slows down immensely, and Bagwater and Budrow will draft through the middle. Back towards the front we go. It's Venom Fallacy and it's Nightmare, or Ghost, excuse me, on the 3 wide outside with Zodiac crunched in the middle. Nightmare battling for the lead with Brundon. Nightmare 1-2 with Brundon. Right behind him is Zodiac and Ghost with Venom Fallacy in 5th. Battling on the bottom of the track, looking for any room they can get. Bagwater trying to get up there and join that top 5 with Lucha and Budrow in tow. Budrow gets squeezed out of it there as they continue to battle into 3 and 4. And you got to wonder when these leaders are going to take their green flag stops. We have seen multiple cars take a pit stop, and here we go. We just talked about it. There's Nightmare. He's into pit road. Nightmare into pit road, and it looked like Ghost, or not Ghost, excuse me, Nightmare and one other car into pit road. Couldn't quite tell who it is, but they elect to pit. They're saying we're going to make it to the end on this tank of fuel. Kolbug and Popular drafting. Look at that. They made a pass, and this is where the Delta is. Back there is where that Delta is going to be. Nightmare was the leader. We'll see where everybody comes out after green flag pit stops. Or will we get a caution before then? Right now we stay green. Budrow drafting with Nuked Ice Cream down the front straightaway. And this is the gap currently separating all of these cars. Those are the cars that have pitted. These are the cars that have stayed out. So about a 30% track gap between the leaders and the pitters. So once these leaders pit, first of all, how much fuel will they take? Will they splash and go? Will they take a full tank? And then once they do that, how much time have they made up due to drafting, or how much time have they lost due to drafting? As 3 more are into pit road, that looks like it's going to be, a disastrous pit stop. Looks like there was issues there for Zodiac Chaos and a Black Flag Motorsports car, and that's going to cost them a lot of time. As continuing to stay out is Crazy Lucha. Budrow squeezes Nuked into the wall, but he doesn't lose too much time. But Lucha has become the leader here because of green flag pit stops. Will he come in anytime soon, as these cars are lining up to finish the race on this tank?
Lap complete.
Battling here 1, 2, and 3 for position. 3 wide for the lead. Nuked Ice Cream's on the lead lap. Budrow's a lap down. So Budrow's technically not in this battle for the lead, but he can help predict who's going to be the leader by shaping the outcome. Nuked Ice Cream on the inside. Budrow in the middle. Lucha on the outside. Nuked Ice Cream to the lead. So these cars battling for position. Currently in first, Nuked Ice Cream. Lucha second. Budrow right here on the outside. He's a lap down. Behind them is Bagwater in third. And the question here is, when will these cars come pit? Because they still have not taken their green flag pit stop, and you know they have to. So looking back here, Nightmare battling. Lucha hanging on to second place. Bagwater third, Nuked Ice Cream in first. These cars are not drafting, so they could be losing time to the cars who have pitted. They are able to draft. Off of turns 1 and 2, here they come. They're all spread out though, so as I say they can draft, Not all of them are drafting, and in fact, it looks like none of them are. Racing down the straightaway, and here they come. 3 cars into pit road at once. Lucha's into his box sideways. Bagwater in lopsided, and it looks like the only one who's into a pit stop or a pit box with good form is Nuked Ice Cream, but where will he come out at? It looks like Venom Fallacy is going to be the lead car out off of the pit road cycle. Well, actually, it looks like Crazy Lucha's still out, so Lucha's still out. But Venom Fallacy will be the default leader once Lucha pits. So Venom Fallacy is currently the projected leader. Lucha will pit, then Venom Fallacy will become the leader. Will Lucha pit this time by? And it looks like he does. Lucha's into pit road. Venom Fallacy is now the leader, and he's got a big gap to these other cars. Nuked, and it looks like Zodiac Chaos here with Brundon in front, as well as Nightmare will try to draft up to those lead cars, those top 3 cars. And Nuke getting squeezed on that 3-wide draft. Man, he's been hitting the wall so much this race. Somehow kept it out of the wall there. Battle for positioning here as they draft. Brundon, Zodiac, no! Oh my goodness, Zodiac on 2 wheels. He saves it. Brundon gets squeezed out of the draft though. And here goes Nightmare, Zodiac, and Nuked. Oh my goodness, Zodiac almost wrecking and flipping, but he's able to make the save. Nuke gets shoved out of it, and now a draft up to the leaders. So Zodiac Chaos going to try to draft up to the leaders. There's about 10 laps left to go in the Daytona 500. These cars have basically cemented the end of their pit cycles. The question is now, where will they finish? Battle here for 3rd. It looks like this is Eternal Dink pushing here with Zodiac Chaos and Ghost. I misspoke. I said Nightmare earlier, but that is Ghost here battling for 3rd. 3-wide drafting. They get around Eternal Dink, and now they're heading for Nightmare in 2nd, and then Venom Fallacy who's in 1st, but Nightmare's going into pit road. Nightmare on an alternate strategy. He might splash and go this one. He goes to the back of the pack on a quick pit stop, and Zodiac is still pushing with Ghost to try to catch the leaders. Or the leader, excuse me, of Venom Fallacy. And a great race for Venom Fallacy, the Black Flag Motorsports driver who's doing incredible right now, maintaining that lead up front in a series he's still getting acclimated in. Battle back here off of 4. It is Brundon and Nuked Ice Cream.
Lap complete.
Both pushing on each other to draft.
Complete.
Trying to get back in this one. 3 wide for the leader. They go. Zodiac and looks like Ghost. Yep. 3 wide for the lead on Venom Fallacy. Late in this one with under 10 laps to go. It's a 3-car battle for the lead.
Lap complete.
There's a pack behind them trying to form a draft, and they're gaining time, but we got a caution. A caution has come out late in the race. We did not see the incident, but a caution has occurred. And boy, oh boy, does this change things immensely. Looks like Nightmare was involved, maybe. Budgerow will get a lap back. It'll put him on the lead lap, which is huge. And not only that, these drivers will have to make up their minds whether they pit under yellow to ensure they can make it to the end like Venom Fallacy, or will they stay out and risk it here with 7 laps to go? Unbelievable race here at the 500, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on to your seats. It looks like everybody but 4 or 5 drivers is going to pit here, and Venom Fallacy will lead them into pit road. Venom, Popular, Zodiac, Eternal Dink, Nuked Ice Cream, the 5 front runners on this bottom who are going to pit. Unbelievable action here from Daytona late in the race. Drama escalating the situation. They'll get restarted with 5 laps to go, I'm sure, which is going to change things big time. And huge pit stop here, ladies and gentlemen. Just a splash and go for a lot of these cars. First one on the pit road's Eternal Dink, Zodiac Chaos, Nightmare Ghost, and then Bagwater Nuked. Brundon, then Venom Fallacy. So Venom was the first one in, the last one out. Probably filled up with the most amount of fuel. He thinks that there's probably going to be multiple restarts here, and I can't blame him. So with that being the case, Zodiac Chaos is into 6th, behind Eternal Dink in 5th. And man, oh man, the fuel situation gets very scary at this stage of the race. And Colebug and Squeezoo, with Lucha in 3rd, they are up in the front. Top 3, those 3 drivers are having a hell of a day driving up through this pack. Coming to the green flag, ladies and gentlemen. This is 5 laps to go in this Daytona 500. Squeezoo leading us to the green with Colebug on his outside. Lucha in 3rd behind. Popular in 4th. And 5th, Eternal Ding. Green flag, Squeezoo with a great restart. No lane switch penalties here. We're back green with 5 laps to go in the Daytona 500. And now, if ever you were going to see desperation, it is going to happen. And it's crunch time for these drivers. Squeezoo's out to a huge lead. Can he pull off the upset? Here goes Popular and Eternal Dink. 4 wide, but Lucha's going to squeeze them. Lucha squeezes Eternal Dink. Eternal Dink is over into multiple cars. Huge wreck. The big one at Daytona. Coming to 4 to go, and a caution has come out. Venom Bag, Budrow, and Dink all involved, and that is the yellow.
Lap complete.
Just as we were getting settled in there for the end of the race, 4 laps to go, we didn't make it back. And that'll bring out a caution as Budrow will get back on the lead lap for sure. I think he's just grabbing a checkpoint at this point, but it was 4 laps to go coming there. It'll be 3 laps to go. It'll be a green-white checker when they get restarted next, which is going to be insane. A green-white checker restart at Daytona. What's new for the HRC? Green-white checker action here at Daytona International Speedway. It's what we're built for, and it looks like we're going to see it now. The question is, will we have any last-second takers? Any pitters who will maybe just fill up on fuel hoping for multiple green-white checkers and then get up front by luck? And yep, that is exactly what we're seeing. Eternal Dink, he's going into pit road. He wrecked. He goes to the back. He says, I have nothing to lose. Fill up on fuel. Colebug, he's going in as well. And same with, it looks like, Squeezoo, although I don't think Squeezoo understands that if he's on the bottom below the choose, he has to pit. So Squeezoo was leading, but it looks like he's going to end up going into pit road because he didn't know about the rule. And yep, there it is. Squeezoo, oh my goodness, a blunder late in this 500. Squeezoo looking to pull off the upset is just accidentally committed to pitting from first place. Oh no, going to the green-white checker, and you hate to see that. And he's going to be off of pit road first, but that is not what he meant to do. Not impossible for him to come back, but that is a massive mistake on his part, and we'll see if he's able to recover. With that being said, we're getting ready to go back green here at Daytona, the most important choose of the race, possibly. Where will you choose to restart? It's a green-white checker, ladies and gentlemen. If they cannot make it back to the white flag, we will try it again unlimited times until we make it to the checkered flag. They will restart this time. It will be 2 to go as these cars choose where they restart. Getting ready to come to the green flag this time by, leading us to the green. It is now changed from Squeezoo up at the front to Crazy Lucha up at the front, his teammate. Lucha on the front row with Popular on his outside, Nightmare behind him, and Ghost behind him. So taking the green flag will be Crazy Lucha and Popular as we get ready for the green-white checker. Green flag, and oh, wait a second, a delayed start. And the stewards wave it off, so a lag restart. They wave it off. Everybody maintains position. They run another lap here, and this is interesting because, you know, normally we would have gone there. That would have changed. We would not have done this extra lap. Remember, these are untimed laps now. During a green-white checker, these laps do not count towards the race total. We will run 2 laps regardless of how many cautions we get until we get to the checkered flag. So the fact that they had to delay this for another restart may hurt people on low fuel. If they're low on fuel and only had enough to get through those last 2 laps right there, they might run out on this final lap because we are doing an extra lap of pacing. And I know people who took a little bit of fuel and shorted it might be sitting a little nervously right now, but that moment has passed. Caution, they can pit, but right now they're going to stay out and run this till the tank is empty. No way you pit now, especially if you're up front. So with that mistake out of the way, coming to the green flag. Again, Lucha leading us to the green. Popular in second. Nightmare and Ghost with Zodiac behind in fifth. That's your top five leading us to the green. Taking what could be the final restart of the race. Green, white, checker. Coming to the green flag. Lucha, Popular. Green flag back in the air at Daytona. 2 laps to go and an amazing finish and sure to come here at Daytona. A battle here, 3 wide for the lead. These drivers are going crazy already. Lag backwards, 3 wide. It's Nightmare, Ghost, Zodiac, 3 wide behind Lucha, Popular. And here comes look at that, Venom Fallacy, 5 wide, 6 wide for the lead. 6 wide for the lead, coming to the white flag. Popular, oh, he's over. Caution's going to come out. Caution's out. Race to the line. And it looks like we're going to have a second attempt at a green-white checker. And now you're feeling really bad if you took a short amount of fuel. Oh, my goodness. Venom Fallacy has willed himself back to the front. 6 wide coming to the white flag, but couldn't quite make it. A caution has occurred. So getting towards the end of the race now, another green-white checker finish is about to take place. Will we take that white flag? That is the ever-important question. Who's going to pit as well here? Who was not good to go? And it looked like late choice there from Nightmare to stay out. And looks like one car is going to go into pit road. It looked like from all the way in the back, and that is Popular. He's going to take pit road, which is unfortunate for him because he has had such a good race. And just to be caught up in that late race incident of 6 wide was not what he had expected for this race. So with that being said, Popular sitting up in pit road right now, going to fill up his tank to the brim, I'm sure, as these drivers get ready to finish off their race. 13 drivers in this 500, all 13 still in contention. Budro, who was 2 laps down to missing fuel, he has come all the way back and is in the middle of the pack here with a chance to win this race and shock the world. Venom Fallacy's up at front, and he's got Lucha behind, Zodiac Chaos, Nightmare in 4th, and then it looks like in 5th, it is Eternal Dink, Brundon back there. So this is your race to the finish, ladies and gentlemen, what could be the final choose of the night. An amazing historical Daytona 500. We've seen amazing racing all night long. How will it finish as they choose for one final time? It looks evenly split pretty much, except for 2 straight on the inside. As these cars get ready to take the green for what could be the final time. It is all on the line here. They need to leave it all on the track. There is no more buddy-buddy. There is no more leaving anything out of this race. Last stop for all of these drivers. Coming to the restart line this time by Venom Fallacy, Crazy Lucha, Zodiac Chaos, AX7, Nightmare. Green flag back in the area at Daytona. A bad restart for some on the outside. We already got 4 wide battling. Can we make it back to the white flag? Brendan battling with Popular drafting up to the front. Look at this drafting everywhere. Zodiac on the apron. Lucha 4, 5 wide behind him. Insane racing, 4 wide to catch the top 5. Unbelievable as Venom Fallacy holds the lead. Zodiac Chaos, Lucha behind. Ghost and Nightmare in 4th and 5th as they battle through 3 and 4. Here comes Colebug and Budro. Nuked Ice Cream. Colebug pushed out of it. He makes the save. White flag, no more yellows. Racing back to the checker to the Daytona 500. 5 wide. 4 wide. Almost 6 wide in some places. This is a car over. Ghost is over. He wrecks, but we stay green. It's the final lap. Venom Fallacy, Budro, 3 wide, 5 wide. Here comes Zodiac. Zodiac and Lucha to the inside. 5 wide for the win. Off of 4. Zodiac on wheels. Venom's over into the wall. And Zodiac going to come to the line. And he wins the Daytona 500 and runs out of fuel. Unbelievable. Zodiac Chaos runs out of fuel, but he had hit the line already and just had enough, and in miraculous fashion has won the Daytona 500. The super speedway god gets it done miraculously again. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable, and that's what you tune into the HRC to see. Oh my goodness. An amazing race by all these drivers. We'll run down the finishing order one time for you before we end the broadcast. In finishing order, Zodiac Chaos, Lucha, Nuked Ice Cream, Budrow, Brendan, Popular, Nightmare, Bagwater, Colebug, Squeezoo, Eternal Dink, Venom Fallacy, and Ghost. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. This has been your coverage of the Season 3 500 presented by Halo Tracks. Congratulations again to our winner, Zodiac Chaos, and we'll see you next week.